These are something that I wasn't even really checking for until I saw them coming to my local store. Twisted my arm, bro. Hey, what up, and welcome to another episode of Creased. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the season's greetings coming around the corner, but for me it's like in-store releases are coming back. The season is here for in-store releases, but you already know by the title what we're going to get into, but let's do a little bit of shopping first. Let's get into it.
Skate shoes when I was a kid. I kind of want these for the lols. Much are they? What does it say? Oh, there's a Patrick one too. 130.
You already know what we're talking about, the Fear 4s. But for me, back in the day, it was all about the Fear 3s. They obviously came out quite recently, and I'm a fan of them. These look incredible. Just before they announced they were about to retro them, I was looking on eBay for a pair already, and they were like $400 or $500. Then when these were announced, the old pairs aren't really worth as much. I got them on feet, I want to say last week. It took me a minute to get out there and get them on feet. I might even double up, they're going so cheap. But for me, the Fear 4 was never the one out of the pack that I really liked. If you do not know, the Fear pack was a 3, a 4, and a 5. The number one on most people's list was the 4. I was not really that interested in it. I was like, if I see it about, I may look at it, I may cop. Then they announced that they were releasing them at my local Foot Locker. Twisted my arm, bro. Let's go. It is time for the Fear 4s. Now, I wasn't even sure if I was going to get these, but when they were dropping at my local store, like, not much comes to my local store, and I like to experience the local store feel, but let's get these. I'm very tired. I got in at about just before 2, and I've set an alarm for 7:30 to get there a little bit early. I don't know if there'll be a lineup. I think there'll be a few people, but who knows. Let's get it.
Sure. Did you win them, or they were?
No.
How much you pay?
$8.50.
That's not bad.
From I bought them from the guy that runs JD in Katara because they're a size too big for him.
The African bloke?
No, his name is Rice.
I don't know. Do you think there'll be a lineup?
I don't know. I don't think many people really know about it. Them dropping.
They posted them on Foot Locker. We'll see. I could be wrong. There could be a full-on line. Back in the day, they used to open at like 8 AM for like releases, so they get this shit out of the way. But we'll see. 15 minutes till they open. There is nobody. I love when there's no line. Hopefully they open early for us.
That'd be a bit more like
I thought there'd be at least like 2 people. I thought there'd be like 1 or 2. Maybe like people did like us. When there's no one, we usually just go and get breakfast.
There's more people lining up for the Air Max DN than there is for the Fear 4s.
It's wild to think there was more of a lineup for the Air Max DN. I think like on Air Max Day there was like a couple releases though. I'm sure there was a TM release as well, but still wild. Please, thank you.
So we get there, and like I already said, I feel like there'll be a few people, but there won't be a crazy lineup, and that's why we didn't get there until like 8:40, right? Get there a little bit early, still get our pairs, everything like that. I thought there'd be a few people. The last lineup I did was for the military blue 4s, and I want to say we were like right up the front of the line, but gradually more people came, right? With this, there was nothing. Absolutely nothing. So we got them, the Fear 4s, in-store cop. A lot of people were surprised they hit on this raffle. I wasn't. I knew there was a lot of pairs. And as much as people talk about their nostalgia for things, when they eventually come back around, most of the time, people don't care enough. It's just, it's better to have it as like that memory rather than in person. For me, they come to my local store, I'm going to do it. Let's have a look. Similar to the 3, they've got that Fear-based box. I think the Fear 3, the text is orange. This is all black, so it looks similar to the shoe. That's the size tag there, if you're wondering what these look like. I mean, you've already seen, I post the reels and everything. I'm trying to get back on my reels and everything, but let's do this one, because they're actually very uniquely wrapped. Like, full on wrapped. And then on top of that, they've got cardboard on the tongue. So I'm curious if there was an issue of bleeding. I'm not too sure. You can't really see too much on the cardboard to suggest that there was any bleeding, but look, I like the fact that they're taking care of these. I tried on the 10 and then ended up pulling the trigger on the 10.5. 4s I find pinch me on the side there. These, I won't say are as comfortable as the Bread Reimagined 4s or the Military Blues, but these aren't bad. These are something that I wasn't even really checking for until I saw them coming to my local store. That's what grabbed the interest initially. So I just feel like that's the best moment for me as a sneakerhead, like being able to walk into a store. Most of the time, like if you walk in and find something you're not expecting, that's those pure moments that you really can't do with raffles and everything. This, just being able to walk in, I wish I didn't. Just, let's not talk about the sleep. I've still got bags underneath my eyes trying to catch up from that. And then today on Sunday, if you saw on IG, there was another thing that was even crazier. But yeah, I'm stoked with these. I feel like when we went into Foot Locker today, there were still pairs. So they had a sign out the front and everything like that. So the demand hasn't been as insane as one would think. If you can't get yourself a pair of these for retail, I'd be very surprised. I want to say the Nike sneakers allocation is definitely gone, but like websites have still got them. People, like heaps of people want on raffles. Check your local Foot Locker for sure. And even after a week, if your local Foot Locker doesn't have them, hit them up to order them in. But yeah, these are really cool. I don't know, I've got a love-hate relationship for dark sneakers. I never end up wearing them. Except for, say, like a Black Cement 3, because it's a Black Cement 3. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Might already have those. Might already have an early pair. But these, they break it up with the lighter midsole, and that's what I really like. Also love the paint splatters. Takes me back to my graffiti days, but shout out to my boy Kev. He hit me up when he seen me have these. I did the reel with him and he said, what do you think? Like, I've got them in my cart, I'm umming, everything like that. I said, look, I don't think they'll be a top 10 sneaker release of this year, but I'm not mad at them. I mean, at the end of the day, I pulled the trigger, so $290 instead of the regular $280, but not quite the $300 of the Bread Reimagined 4. So do what you will with that information. Let's check them both out. Get this cardboard off as well. There's a little bit of marks on the cardboard, so I would assume that was protect from bleeding. But that's them there. Super nice. Neutral color, go with everything. I mean, if you're in America or the UK, this is the perfect time for these to come out For us, maybe not so much summer, but yeah, I'm not mad at these. Seeing them in hand, side by side, you've got the 3 and the 4. I don't know, for me, I still think the 3 is my favourite. What do you guys think? Do you like the 3? Do you like the 4? The 3 actually went to outlets, man. Like, one man's grail is another man's treasure, I guess. There's so many grails out there that I would not, you couldn't pay me to wear. But these, I'm glad I've got them in the rotation. And I'm glad they're accessible. I'm glad you're able to, like, you don't have to camp out. You don't have to line up. You don't have to hit 10,000 raffles to hope for the best. You can just walk in, try them on. I tried them on. I was like, there's no one here, no lineup, so I get to try them on. Adam tried them on. He got the 11. That boy's still growing. But this has been another episode of Creased. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. Let me know. You rocking with the 3s? You rocking with the 4s? Do you not mess with either of them? Were these a grail for you? Let me know in the comments. We'll be back every week with brand new content. Peace. Hey, what up and welcome to another episode Creased. How'd I fuck up the intro? Oh yeah, we got an early look at the Black Cement 3s that are coming out this weekend. I might just have to do back-to-back episodes because I was gonna put this second, then I'm like, these came out first. You'll still get an early look at them. Get your idea if you want to cop them or not. And the story behind it. People be thinking I'm cheating, like I'm lying. Like I had the Black Cement 3s from 2018, pulled them out of a brand new box, but my 18s are beat and I had them on fee, so you'll just have to stay tuned.